Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about two videos I didn't make. And we're going to talk about Ukrainians and pipelines and information and Discord. We're going to do this because I've gotten a couple of messages along these lines, but this one in particular, I definitely feel like it's worth talking about because it kind of put everything together. I have questions about 2 times you didn't take a victory lap when you should have and had every right to do it. First, when talking about the leaks, you weirdly said you would be, quote, unsurprised to find out that he had been identified much earlier than we knew. That turned out to be the case, and you never followed up on what was a really weird lead-in to the video. When talking about the pipeline, you said you thought it was 6 Ukrainians, but didn't think it was just, quote, random Ukrainians, and that they had state help. They now say the Ukrainians had help from a rogue element within the Ukrainian government, and the information came from the leaks, but no told you so video. Are these 2 absent videos related? Is this mincemeat? Nice. Okay, so to catch everybody up, the Discord leaks. Initially, I wasn't covering it because I had questions. In the video, when I finally started talking about it, I'll put it down below. At the very beginning, I was like, I have a hunch. I have a lot of questions about this. And I feel like we're going to find out that U.S. counterintelligence knew about him way earlier than we knew at the time. That was the case. Okay. They didn't do anything, though, right? They did absolutely nothing. Now, you could chalk that up to just gross negligence. Okay. But what's another reason that you might allow somebody to continue to leak information once you have them identified? The information's not any good. You have altered what they have the ability to access, right? Okay, now to be clear on this, I don't know that. I just have a whole lot of questions about the information that came out via those leaks. A bunch. In real life, there's a bunch of loose ends. That information fit into the narratives so perfectly. It was ideal. There were no loose ends. And everything had value to the U.S., to the West. Everything that came out in those leaks, it was actually beneficial for that information to go out. The information that we could verify, that we knew was accurate. There was a bunch of information that didn't really seem to be accurate. Okay? So therefore, I don't trust the leaks. Period. I don't trust the information in them. I can say this now without really hurting anything. I don't trust the information that's contained in them. Then when you get to the pipeline, the information came out that it was 6 Ukrainians. And from the beginning, I was very much saying, hey, people are overlooking the idea that this could be non-state actors. And the information came out and said, hey, looks like it was non-state actors. But they had no support from anybody. Yeah, that doesn't seem accurate. That seems very unlikely. The level of skill that was demonstrated, not with actually taking out the pipeline, but with their movements and their travel and how hard it is to actually identify them. That's not something that 6 random people know how to do. They had training, they had help. From who? We don't know, right? But now there's information saying it was a rogue element within the Ukrainian government. Yeah, I mean, it's my theory. Of course I like it, but I don't trust the source of the information. Even though it confirms what I believe, I can't put any stock in anything that came out of those leaks. That there's just way too many questions there for my taste. And I would point out that at this point in time, it coming out the way it did, at the exact moment when the world started discussing whether or not Ukraine or Russia was behind a dam getting taken out. Again, that's super convenient timing. I have questions. Now, I don't actually, again, I don't disbelieve the idea that Ukraine had something to do with this, with the pipeline. That's kind of the theory that I put the most weight behind. And yeah, I absolutely said that I think they had state help. But I can't trust the information that is confirming my own theory. I drag people for that all the time. I don't want to make the same mistake. My doubts about the leaks, very much open about that. So I can't use that to back up a theory that I might believe in. Now, as far as, is this mincemeat? I mean, maybe. It might be. Google Operation Mincemeat. If you don't know what that's a reference to. Here's the thing. Both of these, the leaks, the pipeline, even the dam, they are part of that intelligence world, that shadowy world. The failures are known. The successes are not. All of these have been pretty successful because nobody has a clue what happened. I can't take a victory lap on something that I have doubts on. Even though I have expressed those doubts and everything's lining up, I still can't prove anything that I believe. It's just things are lining up nicely to one day hopefully be able to prove it. So the only reason I'm really talking about it now is because there have been so many questions about it. But again, there is a major war going on in Europe. There are a lot of information operations going on, and if everything just lines up too neatly, question it. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.